You're probably gonna notice from these ingredients, we are making a super moist, delicious banana bread with chocolate chips. Why? Because we can, and you always need a good one. So this is gonna be your one to make all the time. We're gonna put all these together so you can make it too. We all love banana bread. It doesn't matter if it's winter, spring, summer, fall. Banana bread can work. One good reason is to use any type of overripe. You want more overripe bananas because they are going to be sweeter, more sugar content. But also just when you want something really good and easy to mix up, it's one of the first things usually we learn to bake because it's super easy. And what we're going to start with is butter, because butter makes everything better. So we have some butter and some brown sugar. Now I'm using brown because I like that flavor the brown sugar adds. And what I want to do is just mix that butter, room temperature, into that brown sugar. It's not the same as white sugar and that doesn't get as light and fluffy, but you want it to be well mixed. So you can see it gets slightly lighter, maybe not so fluffy, but it gets incorporated. And that's how we're starting to get the structure of this bread, which is really a cake, let's be honest. Banana bread is a cake masquerading as a bread, and it makes us feel better. So we're gonna put in an egg, starting with one. I have 2 to put in, and after each one, I wanna make sure I mix it well. Now, if my mom was here, she would say, Caleb, or my grandma, take your finger in there. Look at all that white that just came out. My mom's voice is always in my head. So I'm gonna mix this one in, add the other until it's well mixed. So to finish up the wet ingredients, we have a couple things, but I wanna make sure we talk about the bananas. So bananas, obviously, the more brown they are, we get scared of eating them. We shouldn't, they get more delicious. Or usually I just freeze them for smoothies, or I will freeze them and then use them in banana bread. So I do like to slightly mash it because I wanna measure my bananas. They're all different sizes. How do you know how many you're putting in or how much you're putting in if you're just putting in a number of banana? So I like to actually measure the amount I'm using, and it can be a rough mash. It does not have to be perfect, but this is going to round out our wet ingredients with that banana, we're gonna do a little bit of Greek yogurt, adds a little bit of tang, but also moisture. So to me, it balances the flavor really well, which I think is important, and it's just enough, just what we need. Put it in there, and then of course, a little bit of vanilla extract. So all 3 of these are the last of the wet ingredients before we add the dry. Those all incorporate very quickly, very easily. And so now we just need our dry ingredients. So of course, all-purpose flour. We're gonna always scoop or spoon and then swipe off to make sure we put a nice amount in there, not too much. We're doing it really, you know what? This is where I think it comes to have fun. If you have kids, this is such a great way. You know, when I did it with my nieces and nephew when they were younger, they would want to do the parts where you dump things in, and why not? It's the fun part. So bring them in, have fun. Of course, do some salt. You need salt to bring out and balance the flavor too, and some baking soda. So we're gonna put that right in here, and now this just all gets mixed together. And when all that flour is mixed in, you just want it to be just mixed. We're gonna do a final turn here, which you can see I'm any type of bits of flour you wanna get up. But what we need to finish off is chocolate chips. Now you could leave them out, but don't you want to enjoy life? Add the chocolate chips in. No, if you don't want chocolate chips, you don't have to. But they do add a really nice finish to it. So what I'm doing is just folding those chocolate chips in, and you can see it's pretty simple, and that is our batter. That's all it takes. So I have a greased, and I put a parchment sling just so it's easier to get out and cuts nicer, in a nice loaf pan here. And we're gonna put this right into it. So we want a nice, big, beautiful banana bread. Now, if you want to, you know, my grandma would always make this in small loaves. I think she liked how she could give them to people easily then, and that is what she did often was. She would give them to all of us. But what I like to do is make one big loaf. And that is just a nice, to me, more way to enjoy it, but you can do whatever you want. You just know the baking time will change, obviously, if you reduce the size or change the sizing of it. So I am gonna spread this out somewhat into an even layer. Nothing perfect, but what we are gonna do is make sure it's going out into the corners. And then what I wanna do is, you don't have to do this, but if you wanna try to help it have a nice crack down the center, taking a knife and drawing it through is helping it create that delineation in the center of that loaf. And that can help it crack sometimes, just so you get that nice look on it. So what I'm gonna do is bake this up until it's fully done. Skewer, toothpick insert out the middle, comes clean. Let it cool, and then we can slice it. You can see this is a big loaf. It gets nice and browned. That's creating flavor in a crust. You can split it into 2 loaves easily. It's kind of just up to you. I pulled it out of the oven, let it cool in the pan for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, took it out, and then letting it cool now here. It's still just slightly warm, which, yeah, letting it cool fully would probably be best, but I really want to try it. Now, the point is you can just slice it up, serve it. You know, if you were in my family, you'd put it in the freezer too, any leftover. I know, people are gonna say, what do you mean leftovers? You know what I mean though. So this is where you can make it as big or little as you want. But look at that, that's exactly what you want. Pieces of chocolate, there is still steam coming out. And this is exactly what you want to enjoy with all that beautiful hot chocolate. Now, if you let it sit, obviously the chocolate won't be near as melty. This is a super moist, rich, delicious banana bread. As you can see, those pockets of chocolate really help that. And look at that beautiful texture and structure this has. Ugh, that's good. That's good. What I love. It has a really good banana flavor. We made sure to put a lot of banana. Honestly, this has close to double the amount of banana that a lot of older recipes will have, because that's what gives it that strong flavor. When you're having banana bread, what do you want to know is in there? Banana. So it just melts and works really well with that chocolate. That texture is just beautiful. The structure's beautiful. It's a great treat. It's a great breakfast. It's a great dessert. Be honest, it's like a dessert, but we eat it for any time. So what do I hope you do? I hope you buy some bananas, let them get extra brown, because that's gonna happen anyway. Make this banana bread. Check my website, wyseguy.com, for this recipe, and share this video around. Other people are gonna see this is super easy. You can make good, delicious food at home. You don't have to go to your favorite cafe. Do that once in a while, but then make yourself a treat once in a while. Enjoy.